What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. Welcome back to my vlog, and I'm going to be doing kind of a mini-series right now as summer transitions into the school year. I'm just going to do a couple of videos just talking a little bit more about me, my personality, things I like, dislike, more so on the dislike end, especially in this video, but we'll get to that in a bit. So, I've got another kind of, not really series maybe so much as just another certain type of video that I'm prepping for that'll be kind of in the slot of my vlog for a few weeks moving forward, but I'm still kind of preparing that and figuring out how exactly I'm going to work that and where I'm going to take it. But in the meantime, I'm doing a little mini-series, like I said, on just kind of some stuff about me. So, I'm going to start off this week with some of my, I guess you'd call them pet peeves. Just some of the things that really get on my nerves sometimes. Not like the big, like, global scale, I'm annoyed with society because of this sort of stuff. Just more so the little things, you know. Stuff that would fall under the category of pet peeves. Although, admittedly, one of the things that annoys me a little bit like that is just the term pet peeves. Like, why the heck are they called pet peeves? Okay, so actually I looked into that one a little bit, and apparently in its early usage, it referred more specifically to certain behavioral patterns or things that somebody close to you would do. Sometimes it was actual literal pets and things they did that would annoy somebody, but it more commonly referred to like a husband or wife or child or other family member was living right there with somebody, and certain annoying behaviors of those people living in close proximity. So, I don't know. The term pet peeves, I guess, bothers me just a teeny bit less now, but still, I mean, most of the time it's not referring to any kind of pet, so, like, why pet peeves? Why has that term stuck so much? I don't know. But anyway, other big things that annoy me. A lot of people get annoyed about a lot of, like, traffic and road situations. And I'll admit, heavy traffic can kind of bug me sometimes. Especially when there's, like, a big slowdown somewhere. And then you get past where it's really slow, and you've seen absolutely nothing that would indicate why it slowed down. So you're just like, what, did somebody slow down and then back everybody else up for like 5 freaking miles? Just because, like, I don't even know. That kind of stuff gets on my nerves when I don't see any good reason for a really heavy traffic scenario. Other people also get bothered by slow drivers. It's not just people that drive slowly that bother me. It's specifically slow drivers in one-lane roads. Like, if you've got only one lane going each direction and there's somebody in front of me that is driving like 50 miles an hour in a 70 speed limit zone, like, come on, what are you doing? I still kind of prefer that, though, over, like, the people on the opposite end of the spectrum, like the speed demons, I call them. The ones that are, like, driving 100 miles an hour anywhere they go, and, like, you wonder how they don't get into a car crash. A little bit of a story related to something like that. So, if I'm remembering right, it was the first time that I was driving from Pennsylvania down here to Texas for this job and all that. And, it's, you know, I'm driving down the road, I'm cruising at a pretty decent pace, and all of a sudden, there's this guy in a Mustang that comes up. He's driving pretty quick. I had just passed somebody, I think, or I don't know. Anyway, I was driving in one lane. Guy in this Mustang zips past me, pulls up in front of me, and then hits the brakes. Like an idiot. I hate when people do that kind of crap, especially. So, the guy slows down in front of me. There's another lane, though, so I just get in the other lane, and I start passing by him, and I look at him like, what the heck are you doing? And he's just got this stupid grin on his face. Like, he's so happy about himself that he, like, you know, pulled a big prank or something. It's just, the look on his face made me want to slap him, but obviously I couldn't, being in the car and all that. So yeah, it's people that drive like that are the most annoying to me. But anywho, yeah, but even just in general, the people that drive really quickly, especially the ones that won't let you get back in the right-hand lane after you're passing somebody before they already decide they're going to pass you. So, like, you got somebody in one lane here, and then you're passing them up here, and then before you even get back into the other lane, there's somebody already that has weaved in between both of you. A couple of times that's happened to me, and then before I know it, there's like 5 or 6 cars that have done the exact same thing, and they're not letting me get back in the lane where the slower cars are supposed to be. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Just let me get back in that lane, and then you won't have to adjust again. But no, people are in so much of a hurry that they can't just wait like 2 seconds for me to get back in the right lane. But anyway, so that kind of bugs me some. But one of the things that bugs me a lot, and I mean a lot, like, okay, it depends a little bit word to word, but like, people who mispronounce words. Like, somebody says they want to ask you a question. I'm like, no. It's ask. Axe is something that you, like, chop wood with. But, really, the one that bugs me the most out of all of that, it's, okay, so, like, the little peanut butter and chocolate cup candy things, yeah, what do you call those? They're Reese's, right? If you answered Reese's, then you automatically get a point deduction on my people I'm going to be nice to list. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, people who pronounce it Reese's, it's just, why? There's no reason to pronounce it like that. The candy was named after a dude whose last name was Reese. And if it is an item that's belonging to or named after somebody whose name was Reese, you refer to it as Reese's. Belonging to Reese, therefore Reese's. Not Reese's. And then, inevitably, out of those people that pronounce it Reese's, you get them talking about the little, like, M&M-shaped candies, but they're Reese's brand, and they've got the peanut butter in them, and they'll call those Reese's Pieces, and I'm just like, no. There's no such word as PCs. There might be some things that we refer to as PCs, but that's like P.C. Like personal computer, or politically correct, or whatever. But no, PCs is not a word, so stop it. Anyway, I've digressed enough. One of them that probably relates a little bit more to my personality, and one that'll probably become pretty obvious if you have much of any interactions with me, you realize I hate people interrupting people. Like, I personally hate interrupting other people when they're talking. I also don't like being interrupted when I'm in the middle of a train of thought, and like, especially if I'm explaining something and I pause for a little bit to think of how I'm going to word what I'm going to say next, because that's how I talk. I think about what I'm going to say before I say it most of the time. But then other people don't realize that, and then they'll ask me a question about something, and it turns out that's literally what I was just about to say. I was going to answer their question in like 2 seconds, but because I paused to think about how I'm going to say it, they end up asking me a question and interrupting me, and this kind of disrupting my train of thought, and it just, So because that bugs me, when people do that to me, I don't like interrupting other people and disrupting their trains of thought, because it's not fun when you're on the being interrupted side of that. So that covers the really big ones on my list of little ticks, annoyances, things that just overall bug the heck out of me. Little things that bug me. Anyway, so I guess that's all I've got this time around. I'm sure there are other things I could mention, but I don't want to be just rambling on forever about things that annoy me. So, as always, like and share if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel to see more stuff as I post it, and if you want to make extra sure you're not missing anything, click the notification bell and check the box to get notified whenever I post my videos. Or you could follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Anytime I'm posting a video on YouTube, it goes like straight to those as well. I also have an Instagram, but I'm honestly not as regular with that because I gotta like take an extra step just to get something on Instagram. Instagram is not very YouTube friendly at the moment for most people. So yeah, anyway, more information on that is going to be down in the description. Feel free to leave some comments on your, like, biggest pet peeves or just things that annoy you in general or whatever. Leave me suggestions for other things to talk about. I don't know. Anyway, feel free to leave comments on whatever comes to your mind. Otherwise, I think that's gonna do it. I think that's all I've got. So, I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. But in any case, stay cool, people.